Hey guys, welcome back. Or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is really exciting because it is actually in collaboration with Bite Beauty. Now, Bite challenged me to create a full look using just their multi-sticks, which are these little babies over here. You could basically use this little stick in so many different ways. It is a very versatile cream product. What makes this product really great is that it actually has 35% powder built into the product. So even though it is a cream, it does dry down to more of a powdery finish, and that just makes them so blendable, so easy to use. So I used a bunch of them to create this look that you're seeing on my face right now. On my eyes, on my cheeks, my bronzer, my contour, my lips, even my brows were all made up by using the Bite Multisticks. They do have 18 beautiful shades that are really versatile and could be used in so many different ways, and I will put a little picture over here so you guys can see what all the 18 shades look like. I really hope you guys enjoy this video and do find it helpful. Don't forget to let me know what you thought in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So the only makeup that I have on my face right now is foundation and concealer. So let's first start off with the eyes. So for my transition shade, I'm gonna be taking Blondie, and this is a perfect shade for a transition shade because it's about 2 shades darker than my skin tone, has a really nice warm undertone to it. So I'm actually going to warm it up on the back of my hand and get some product on there. So that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to grab some product on a fluffy brush. And then I'm gonna go in right away and just apply that right above my crease. So I'm just going to buff that out. I'm bringing that right above my crease and going back and forth in big circular motions to really get a nice halo of color around the eye. So now moving on to probably my favorite color in the whole entire collection, which is called Honey Wheat. This is such a beautiful yellow-based brown. Yellow-based browns have just been my favorites lately. I think they look so good all across the face, especially on the eyes. So again, I'm gonna warm up the color on the back of my hand, and then I'm taking a smaller blending brush and just swirling my brush into the color to pick up some of it. I'm even gonna dab off a little bit of the excess, and then I'm gonna go back in and I'm going to apply this directly into my crease to start to add a little bit of depth to the look. So I'm starting off with a light hand to just get that color applied, and then once there's a very small amount of color on my brush, I'm going to go in a little bit heavier. So now for the lid color, I want a really rich and warm brown. So I'm gonna take Anise, which is the perfect shade for that, and I'm going to just take a flat brush and just put some color directly from the tube onto the brush. And then I'm just going to pat this all over my lid. Now, even though this is a cream eyeshadow, I do not find that you need to set them with powder in order for them to last. They do not crease on my eyes when I do apply them, just because of the formula, because they have like a soft matte finish to them. They will sort of just set in place. I'm gonna take a little bit of the same color on the back of my hand. I'm gonna dip my brush into that color. I'm just putting a very small amount into the crease. So now that we have this very warm, almost like one-tone smoky eye on the top of the lid, now it's time to add that pop of color for the wings. I'm gonna be taking Nectar, and I'm gonna take an angled liner brush. And I'm basically going to go directly from the tube. I'm going to put some product onto my brush. I'm gonna really load it up so there's a nice amount of product on there. So I'm gonna go really close to my lashes, and then I'm going to create the wing by extending a line almost from the outer corner of my eye, almost as if it's continuing from my lower lash line. And then I'm just going to connect the line back down towards the line that we created on the lash line. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of purple smokiness to my lower lash line. So I'm going to take the same color, put that on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take a small shader brush, load up the brush, and then just smoke that on my lower lash line. And this will really tie in that wing and add even more color to the look. So you wanna definitely connect that color right on the outer corner of the eye so that the wing and the lower lash line almost becomes like one. So now I'm gonna go into Cocoa, which is another deep dark brown shade, and on my little liner brush, I'm just going to press this up against my lower lashes to really define them and to add even more smokiness to this look. And this will just create a little bit more depth. So now I'm just gonna go off camera and apply some mascara, and I'll be right back. So to bronze up my face, I'm gonna be using Honey Wheat once again. This is a really nice shade to bronze because it is so nice and warm. So I'm just going to apply some of this on the back of my hand once again. Now I'm gonna go into a fluffy brush that's synthetic. I'm gonna swirl my brush into the product, and now I'm just going to very lightly start to apply that wherever I want to bronze up my skin. So on my cheekbone area, on my temples, hairline, and then down my neck. I'm now gonna take a little bit of Anise on the back of my hand. So I'm actually gonna mix it with a little bit of Blondie to sort of lighten it up just a little bit. And Blondie has a little bit of a cooler undertone to it as well. So by mixing the two together, it will create a little bit of a cooler shade. So I'm gonna be taking my flat synthetic brush, and I'm just going to mix these two on the back of my hand, and you can see that just creates the most perfect contour shade right over there. So now I'm gonna map out where I want the contours. I'm gonna put that in the hollows of my cheeks, as well as on my temples. And then I'm actually gonna take my damp sponge and I'm gonna use that to blend out this contour. You can see that creates a really nice shadow underneath the cheekbones. So to blush up my cheeks, I'm gonna be taking Creme Caramel, and this is a really beautiful, soft, peachy nude shade, and I wanted something a little bit more neutral because I want most of the color to be on the eyes, but I really feel like this shade really complements the purple and the warm tones in the eyes really nicely. So again, I'm just going to load that color up on a synthetic brush, and I'm just going to stipple that onto my cheeks to add a little bit of color there. It's so pretty. Now for my brows, I want a color that's a little bit more on the cooler side. So I'm gonna take Cocoa, which is much more of a cooler brown, and I'm going to use that to fill in my brows with a little angled brush. Now because this shade is quite dark, I'm gonna go in with pretty light strokes so that I don't create too much of a harsh look on my brows. But this color is pretty perfect, actually. Now for my lips, I want a really nice warm nude, so I'm gonna take Cashew and I'm just going to apply that on the back of my hand, and that's what Cashew looks like swatched. And then I'm gonna actually take a little bit of Honey Wheat, just a touch, and I'm going to mix the two together because I want to add a little bit more warmth to the color. Even though the color itself is already pretty warm, I want it to be even warmer. And I feel like by adding just a little bit of the color that we added onto the eyes, it will sort of almost pull everything together without it being too obvious that we're using like the same color, because I don't want it to be a monochromatic look. So by mixing together, it actually creates this really interesting shade, and then I'm just gonna apply this directly to my lips. So then once you're done with the lips, then you're finished the whole entire look. So that is it for the finished tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to let me know what you thought in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.